footprinting and reconnaissance. As a starting point, I would like to start by providing you an explanation or definition of a footprinting. So basically, footprinting, in general sense, it simply means gathering information about computer systems or about companies' network for the purpose of finding some ways to break into that environment. It's clearly illegal, you know what I mean? Unless if you do not go beyond the limits. For example, let's say you want to gather informations about the different branches of the organization, the different location of the same company that I was talking about. These are simple stuff. However, if you attempt to gather some info or collect some information which are related to computer systems or networks of the targeted company at this time or at this point, it becomes illegal. So yeah, based on my research, I found out that plenty of people, they were confused about the similarities and differences between footprinting, network enumeration, and all that kind of stuff. So let me just put it into perspective for you guys. Footprinting is a general term, yeah, and it's divided into two terms. So the first one is network enumeration, and the second one is fingerprinting. So for the network enumeration, as I explained earlier, it is like simple process of collecting information, or let's say, for example, you create a list of available networks and servers by using plenty of tools, for example scripts or discovery tools or whatever you want. When it comes down to fingerprinting, in my opinion, it is considered as a process of creating a profile for specific detail of a server. That's all. That's my own definition. So the rationale behind saying that this is a crucial aspect for most of the attackers or hackers is because it helps for evaluating the whole security posture of the target organization IT infrastructure, and it helps as well to identify the level of the risk which is associated with the targeted organization. Here's a real case scenario. So let's imagine that you have been asked by one of your senior managers to perform proactive security assessment and for the company, but before that you should discuss and define the whole scope, which will include network, computer systems, policies, procedures, etc. etc. So after that comes the stage where the ROE will take place, which is known as the rules of engagement. So, you know, in my opinion, I think rules of engagement are sort of where you list out all the specific details for the whole process and the procedures, so that you will make the engineers and the client fully aware of what will be assessed and how it will be assessed and when it will be assessed. And yeah, and afterwards, once you get the approval, the green light, you can start your footprinting, and by the end of the day you will get the result, which is known as blueprint. I hope you enjoyed the video. So yeah, keep watching the practical part, it's coming. I believe that this is the right way to give you an intuitive idea about the different techniques used for footprinting and reconnaissance. And it is fair to say that these are not the only one, yeah? So there's plenty of techniques out there. You can just make a quick research and you'll find plenty of them. However, based on my experience, I can reassure you that these techniques are the most and common used, yeah? So it is worth taking the time to go through each one. So the first one, we start by using this one, search engines. So yeah, search engines. You can't carry on complex research on Google or whatever you're using as web browser without using search engines. It's something inevitable, whether you like it or not. So when I say advanced Google hacking techniques, I simply refer to the art of creating complex search engine queries by employing advanced Google operators to extract sensitive or hidden information about the target company, which it can be a company or it can be someone else. So a good example of that, let's assume that you're trying to find the exact location of a restaurant which is called Four Seasons Restaurant. So all you have to do is to write location and then the name of that restaurant, or I mean the target that you're looking for, and you should put this sentence in your web browser and you'll see the result. And let's say for instance you don't have enough time to search on specific word, for example, let's say Google or career, or you're trying to find an article which have an article that contains two words, yeah, like Google and career. So there's a simple technique for that. All you have to do is just to click all in URL and then Google or career, yeah, and then all the pages that contains these two words will show up, yeah. When it comes down to gathering information from YouTube video, there is a really nice website, and I used it a lot recently, so which is called YouTube Data Viewer. Here's the link for that website. And basically, just to give you a quick insight about that website, is considered as a web-based video verification tool, and usually people, they use it to verify the authentication and the integrity of the video, whether the YouTube video has been forged or not, yeah. So yeah, just give it a shot. There's nothing to it. It's not a complicated process, so believe me. After that comes the FTP search engines. This one I used usually to search for files located on the FTP servers, and these files may hold valuable information about the target organization, including business strategies, tax documents, employees' personal records, probably financial records as well, who knows, yeah, and other confidential information as well. And lastly, IoT search engines. Basically, these engines, they provide crucial information, including traffic control systems, internet connected household appliances, industrial appliances, CCTV cameras as well. Personally, I used to work with Shodan search engine, where I used to spy on cameras, or sometimes you'll find some vulnerabilities like an open port within a camera or router or server. So I used to exploit this vulnerability to access the router or server, you know. So yeah, finally we finished from the search engines. And now let's jump to web services. Simply, when I say web services, what I mean about web services. Web services refer to social networking sites, people search services, alerting services, financial services, and job sites. So everything that is related to one of these is considered as a web service. As a professional ethical hacker, or let's say pen tester, you should be able to extract a variety of information about your target organization from web services. So by doing so, you can extract critical information such as target organization's domain, subdomain, operating systems, I don't know, geographic locations, and even employee details as well, emails, financial information, plenty of stuff. So using this information, you can build a hacking strategy to break into the target organization's network, and then you can carry out the other types of advanced system attacks. So eventually, by having experience using web services for collecting or gathering data, we will be able to find the company's domain and subdomain using Netcraft. I know you might be wondering what's the utility of finding the company's domain or subdomains. Let me tell you that domains and subdomains are part of critical network infrastructure for any organization. Companies' top-level domains is called TLDS, and subdomains can provide much useful information, such as organizational history, services and products, what else? Probably contact information. Yeah. So public website is designed to show the presence of an organization on the internet, and it's available for free access, innit? And here in the practical part, I'll try to extract the company's domain and subdomain using Netcraft web service. Then comes the second stage, which is using PQ. Let me just circulate here. So the funny thing about that one is that, like for example, let's say if you are interested in someone or you want to find more, you find out like more information about your girlfriend or whatever. So the thing is that you need to put, like for example, an email or Facebook username of your girlfriend or your friend in this website, and then like in 1 minute or 2 minutes you will find their names, their real names, their address, their contact details, date of birth, photographs, videos, I don't know, details about the family and friends, social networking profiles, plenty of things. So yeah, and even you can find some optional like background on criminal checks as well. You can do that. So yeah,